YNW Melly, a name synonymous with the vibrant Florida rap scene, burst onto the scene with undeniable talent. His melodic flow and raw lyrics resonated with a generation hungry for authenticity. He quickly gained recognition for hits like Murder on My Mind and Mixed Personalities, the latter featuring a collaboration with megastar Kanye West.
Say you want someone, say you want someone, said you want someone,
say you want someone. I think I got mixed personalities. This bitch switched up my whole mentality.
Melly's star was on a meteoric rise, promising a future filled with chart-topping hits and sold-out shows. However, fate, it seemed, had other plans.
Breaking the case of a double murder in Miramar.
2 people now behind bars, including a South Florida rapper who actually sings a popular song about murder.
Local 10's Christian De La Rosa joining us live now with more on the suspects arrested today. Christian.
That's right, and take a look here. Just moments ago, we obtained this rapper's mugshot from the Broward County Jail. He has turned himself into authorities tonight. He and his alleged accomplice, now behind bars.
Just as his career was taking flight, tragedy struck, bringing Melly's ascent to a dramatic halt. In 2019, at the height of his burgeoning fame, he was arrested and charged with a double homicide, casting a dark shadow over his promising future.
Up-and-coming Florida rapper YNW Melly, also known as Jamel Demons, is now in jail, charged with murdering 2 men he called his friends. 21-year-old Anthony Williams on the left and 19-year-old Christopher Thomas Jr. Local 10 news cameras were rolling back in October outside the Miramar Memorial Hospital emergency room. Detectives say the 2 victims arrived here in this 2018 Jeep, the back windshield appearing to be shot up. Both men pronounced dead moments later from gunshot wounds.
The charges against YNW Melly, whose real name is Jamel Maurice Demons, are grave. He stands accused of the murders of 2 close associates, Anthony Williams, also known as YNW Sack Chaser, and Christopher Thomas Jr., known as YNW Juvie. Both victims were fellow aspiring rappers and, according to prosecutors, considered close friends of Melly. The prosecution alleges that the murders were premeditated, stemming from a possible internal dispute. They paint a picture of a calculated act, with Melly allegedly pulling the trigger. The prosecution further claims that Melly and an associate, Cortland Henry, attempted to stage the crime scene to look like a drive-by shooting.
Investigators telling us 20-year-old Cortland Henry drove both victims to the hospital, claiming they were victims of a drive-by shooting. The next day, the rapper tweeting, quote, "They took my brothers from me over jealousy." But detectives say the claims didn't add up with what they found, and following their forensic investigation, Wednesday night, police announcing the arrest of YNW Melly and Henry, accusing the rapper of shooting and killing his 2 so-called friends and working with Henry to stage the crime.
These accusations stand in stark contrast to the image Melly portrayed in his music and public persona. His lyrics, often exploring themes of violence and inner turmoil, suddenly took on a chilling new meaning in the eyes of many. Since his arrest in 2019, YNW Melly has remained behind bars, his case mired in legal complexities. The trial, originally scheduled for 2020, has been repeatedly delayed. These postponements are attributed to various factors, including the COVID-19 pandemic, the sheer volume of evidence, and legal maneuvering by both the prosecution and defense. Melly's legal team, led by prominent defense attorney Bradford Cohen, maintains his innocence.
But you know what does require a motive? A young man to wake up one day and decide that he's going to kill 2 of his best friends. Best friends that he grew up with, best friends that he hangs out with, best friends who he lives with, best friends whose careers he was trying to launch alongside his own. They have no reason for why he would do this, because there is no reason. And if there's no reason, it doesn't make sense.
They argue that the prosecution's case is built on circumstantial evidence and unreliable witness testimonies. Cohen has been vocal in his criticism of the prosecution's handling of the case, accusing them of withholding crucial information that could exonerate his client. As the legal proceedings drag on, Melly's fate hangs in the balance. The prosecution is seeking the death penalty, making this a high-stakes case with life-altering consequences for all involved.
Well, it's been 18 months since rapper YNW Melly's first double murder trial ended in a mistrial. His attorneys are petitioning a federal judge to let him out of jail, and they argue he's being treated unfairly while in custody, not allowed to visit with family or properly meet with counsel. As his second trial looms, NBC6 reporter Marissa Bagg looks back at how we got here and where the case is headed.
Almost 6 years, the rap artist, whose real name is Jamel Demons, has been in jail accused of killing 2 longtime friends in 2018. The Broward State Attorney's Office tried Demons in the summer of 2023 for the murders of Anthony Williams and Christopher Thomas Jr. Both victims were members with Demons of the YNW Collective. The 3-month-long trial ended with a deadlocked jury.
What if you can't come to a decision? Question mark.
The judge declared a mistrial. The snag, attorneys say, one juror who favored Demons refused to convict him and convinced 2 others to vote not guilty.
The hard part of a mistrial like this is the state has showed their cards, for lack of a better term. They showed their strategy, they showed their good facts, their bad facts. That being said, so did the defense.
Prosecutors allege Demons shot and killed Williams and Thomas Jr. in an SUV in October of 2018 after the group left a recording studio. They claim Demons, along with co-defendant Cortland Henry, staged a drive-by shooting in Miramar near the Everglades and told police they were all victims. As the second trial approached, defense attorneys alleged wrongdoing by the lead police detective on the case, and that prompted the judge to remove prosecutor Christine Bradley. Assistant State Prosecutor Alex Buckaloo took over. In 2023, she co-prosecuted 3 men who were convicted in the killing of rapper XXXTentacion. All 3 are serving life in prison. Another October surprise, Broward Sheriff's deputies added a charge of tampering with a witness against Demons. Detectives allege Demons tried to influence witnesses in his double murder case to withhold testimony or not show up to court to testify. Weeks later, the entire case came to a standstill. The judge granted a motion to suppress evidence, prohibiting prosecutors from using this promotional video made about Demons' life. The state immediately filed an appeal, sending the issue up to the appellate court system. Demons' second double murder trial is slated to begin in September of 2025. If he were convicted, he could face the death penalty. Reporting in Fort Lauderdale, Marissa Bagg, NBC6 News.
Whether YNW Melly's legacy will be defined by his music or his legal troubles remains to be seen. The outcome of his trial will undoubtedly have a significant impact on how his story is ultimately told. Until then, the world watches and waits, grappling with the complexities of a case that has captivated and divided many.